So for those of you that don't know how to cut it or having issues how to cut it, I'm only gonna show you how I do it, but you have to play with your machine, and once you find your right settings, make sure you write that down so that you won't forget it. So this is my template. You can find it on the DS template where you look for all your uploads. Just type in Sherbo topper and it should be in there. So this is mine. Mine is at a 6-inch. That's the bottom bowl. That one is at 3.47.6, but you guys can change all these, you know. I made my own because I already know how I like my bowl, so therefore I'm just showing you, and you guys don't have to do it this way. That one's 5. So for the bottom and for the top, I like to keep them about 1 inch, you know, of the difference. So the bottom one, if the top one, if the top one's gonna be 5 inches, make sure that one's 6 inches. Or if you want to do a 1/2 inch smaller, then that's up to you. So if you want this one to be 5 inches, then that one will be 5.5 inches wider, or longer I should say, so that your bowl can look really nice. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and select all. You're gonna attach. You're gonna attach because if you go ahead and go press make it, all your little pieces are gonna be all over the place, like on the mat. Make it. Sorry for the background noise. I have kids, some are sick, so bear with me please. Okay, so the materials that I use is glitter canvas, as you can see. It's canvas and it's glitter. It's actual glitter. You can see falling there. That one I found in Hobby Lobby by the ribbon section. You're gonna go to the ribbon section. They usually have all the way at the bottom where the specialty ribbon is at. This one I found in Joann's. I do not know what they call it, but it's also canvas. You can see that, and it's really nice. It's really good to cut it. I like it. Alright, so I put my glitter canvas this way with the blue painter's tape because my mat is not sticky anymore. Well, not as sticky anymore, so therefore I have to use that for now because I'm not running to the store to get one like right about now. So anyways, I'm gonna press the dial or turn the dial to custom. Okay, so I go to custom, then I go view all. I'm sure you guys know where to find that. If not, just put them on the comments and I'll let you know where to find it. And I do heavy leather. For some reason this seems to work best for me, but like I said, you guys play with it and you find your own settings and then save those settings, like write them down or whatever. But this is how I do it. Done. And then you're gonna go ahead and press go. After that's set up and you put your information on the Cricut, you go and you go ahead and cut it, press the go button, make sure it's nice and tight in there. There we go, let's see all that things. Now I'm not gonna bore you with all of this craziness cutting, so I'm gonna cut it short. I like to make sure that it's cutting right, so I never leave this alone while it's cutting. Especially when my mat is not as sticky. And it's done. Let's see if that cut all the way through. Some pieces are still didn't go all the way through, but that's because my blade is kind of old, so I'm gonna need to replace that. Anyways, you can always grab an X-Acto knife and cut them off. But see, This one did pretty good. Look at that. Nice and easy. For some reason these two didn't cut, but that's okay. You can either use scissors to cut it all, you know, wherever it didn't cut, or the X-Acto knife. But see, that worked great. I'm not gonna bore you on how you guys do, you know, cut the HTV, the glitter HTV, because I'm sure a lot of you know how to cut it with the machine. If not, just put them in the comments and I'll tell you how you do that and how to cut it. But for the sake of this video, I like to keep my videos really short. Therefore, this is what I'm gonna tell you how I did it. I cut this image, it was all in whole. I cut it in half so that I can be able to fix it into the bow. See? You want to leave a space between so that you can put the middle part in there. Okay? Now I pressed this with my regular iron. I do have a heat press, but I didn't want to risk melting this material, the fall leather that I have. So I used the iron and then I pressed it about 5 times because I want to make sure that this sticks on there. Because the glitter vinyl, for some reason, when it comes to like shoes or things like that, like some random accessories, if you call it, it doesn't like to adhere correctly. So I put pressure on there, and I put the settings at polyester. I didn't want to do it into cotton because that's a high, really high, and like I said, I don't want to melt this. So you're gonna do it several times. You're gonna press it several times, and then you're gonna want to go ahead and bend it to make sure that it's adhere correctly in there, like it's stuck on there, because you don't want it falling off. So that's how I did that part. Then I put it together, like you bend it, you know, you shape your bow how you usually shape your bows. I'm sure you guys know how you shape your bows, so anyways, I won't bore you with that. Like I always say, I use E6000 for all my bows because that way they last longer and they stay put better than regular hot glue. For some reason the hot glue does not stay, like I don't know, I just don't like it, you know. It's like temporary. It won't last long unless you have really expensive glue, like glue sticks. And if you do, comment down below and let me know, because as of now this is best for me. I don't like how it smells, but I like this, I don't know, for some reason. So I put glue here and then I do that, close it here too, like that. For the video's sake, again, I'm not gonna do it because I'm not gonna bore you with all that. I also like to place some glue in the little flaps there, the inner flaps, to help secure them. This is how I usually let my glue dry up. That's another thing I don't like about the glue, like you gotta let it sit to dry for a bit, because it's like, I don't know, it's like it runs, so I don't like that. But other than that, it helps secure the bowl sorry the bow tighter and better. So yeah, just let it dry like that for a bit. Like I leave it at least 2 to 3 hours. I don't know, that's probably exaggerated, but again, I like to make sure that it's nice and secure. Align properly, you go ahead and like glue all the layers on top of each other. Leave it there for several hours, or if you're in a hurry, just do a couple minutes and then, you know, try and rush so you can get it to this point, so that it can be faster for you guys. You are done with these and they're dried up, you know, for your middle part, go ahead and add that glue, put this on top, secure with a clothespin. At least that's how I do it, and it works because it makes it nice and tight. Like it has pressure on there, so it's gonna stick really well. Again, several minutes if you're in a hurry, if not, an hour or so. Okay, so while that's drying, I'm gonna be putting it on this, it's like, I don't know, it's like a champagne color. I'm gonna be placing my bow on this. But some people like alligator clips. Now I bought these online and they're small. There's pros and cons. So when you're gluing a small bow, it works good, but when you're gluing a bow like this size, it gives you kind of a hard time to get it to glue on there, especially when using your clothespin, because this is so big, the teeth are so big that when you try and, you know, fit it in there for the glue to stay put, I have a hard time. So if you guys suggest any other better methods, put them on the comments and let me know, because I'm willing to learn. Like, I learn the same way you guys learn. That's my favorite go-to, the clothespin. This helps to secure better. Okay, so for the middle piece, you see how that flap is sticking out? That's no biggie because you can always cut that out. I always like to make the middle part a little bit bigger instead of smaller. That way when you're wrapping it around the headband, you have extra space. Alright, so it's gluing. I'm gonna leave the video of how it looks after it's all dried up, but it's gonna be a video of the one with the alligator clip and not the headband, because I'm gonna leave it like this overnight. And like I said, if you guys have any questions, put them in the comments and I'm willing to help you in whatever I can. My page is 3 Girls and a Bow, so if you guys want to go ahead and check it out, it's on Facebook and Instagram. So have a good night. God bless.